Alright, hey guys, we're back. Another shootout here. You can see that I have a quarterback sniper combination set up here. That's kind of what I feel is kind of the best option. You know, if you don't have sniper, that's okay too. You can probably get away with Viper. Right now I have sniper on just because of the ball guide. So if you've even unlocked this, you know, this can be a very useful club to you. We're not going to use a lot of spin here on this first shot. We're probably going to just try to focus on doing a hop shot, which is going to need, you know, 1 bar or less probably, in terms of, you know, it's more about the ball guide. So, you know, whatever I do with a sniper, you can technically do with a Viper. Just keep in mind that your accuracy is half as much, so your ring adjustment has to be half as much. If I go 2 rings, you need to go 1, for example. You know, aside from that, the ball is going to land and roll out identical. So you don't need to focus on having X, Y, or Z clubs. It doesn't matter. You just need to focus on my land zones and my top spin, back spin adjustment, side spin. So what I'm going to try to do here for hole 1 is we're just going to go Marlin. Nothing really fancy, and I'm assuming sniper. And like I mentioned, you know, the benefit to the sniper here is for our ring adjustment. We're just going to, you know, have a very good, accurate club that we're going to just, you know, try to give this as good as a run as possible to give us a good chance to hold out with doing very minimal. And you can see here, even my opponent here also has a sniper. So, you know, even, you know, if it's unlocked, it's essentially good enough. Now, we aren't going to go for this shot. You can go for this shot, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a hop shot. We're going to hop the bunker. It does, you know, create a little bit more risk, but I think it gives you a little bit better. Ooh. So I don't believe my opponent can now reach I don't think he can get. So that is something that you have to worry about, is hitting that rough. If it just trickles on like that, I'm pretty sure he might not reach the green. So it is something that you have to keep in mind. But as I mentioned, you know, I can't remember if I need any backspin here or not. For my first try, I'm probably just going to focus on hitting it here. And we're going to probably use very close to a max ring adjustment as well. So you can see that I'm setting up just slightly left. And, you know, I will pretty much go very spot on max ring. We're going to try to go right around 5 here. You are shooting to a downhill target, so you do have to keep that in mind. Even though I'm not at max club, I'm going to play it as such. And here you can see it just needs just a 1/4 bar of topspin. Not very much. And you can see we're going to give that a very good approach to potentially go in. And the reason to prefer sniper over, say, Viper is if I great ball right or I great ball left, you know, it's going to pull 2 yards on a Viper. It's only going to pull 1 yard on a sniper. And here you can see my opponent, even with perfect ball, cannot get it quite to the hole. Just a wee bit short. So we are going to pick up the win here. So, you know, that is another reason. You know, keep that in mind if you're setting up for my shot too. If it just hits that rough, so you need to make sure that second hop is over the rough, because if it's not and it just trickles onto that green, you can see what happens. It's going to put yourself in, you know, a much more challenging shot. So I do really recommend, you know, the approach that I just did, but keep in mind, you know, even if you're not going with sniper, if Guardian, Viper, whatever, you just need to focus on my land zone and maybe just a tiny touch of topspin. Not very much. And just focus on my land zone, because even without the ball guide, that's the way that it runs out. No matter what the club is, they all run out the same. So just keep that in mind. Focus on the land zone. Focus on your accuracy. If you have, you know, 50 accuracy, you're going to use half as many rings as I just went. You know, mine's 1 per ring. Yours will be, you know, on a Viper, almost 2 per ring. So I'll just go 2.5 rings, for example. Well, same with Guardian. You know, if my win's a 5 and it's a 1.4 per ring, then I'm going to go 3 rings, or 3.5 rings, sorry. So keep all that in mind, And, good luck with that first hole. See you guys for revisions, maybe possibly tomorrow. Aside from that, be on the lookout for the rest of my holes as well.